Hey everyone, welcome back to Optimize Evany. I wanted to give you a video today about all of the different updates that had happened either today or a couple days ago. There's been a number of things that have come out. I'll quickly run through some of the recurring things, and then I'll get into the new things like the Diwali event and the Alliance competition, which sounds interesting. So keep watching if you want to hear about the Alliance competition. Um, but first, real quick, limited recruit event, same as usual. You can buy 10 limited recruiting things a day, and you can choose to spend them on Simeon the Great, Electra, Tamiris, Alfred, or Toyotomi. And that's going to be in the event center. Limited recruit. You can pick up some packages for gems here or in packages. Pretty standard. That's been kind of the same that it's been for a couple weeks now. Historic City is back. It's Carthage this time, which gives you mount troop attack, defense, and HP at 30%, which I think is pretty much the best that you can get for a sub for mounts. And then it gives a bunch of debuffs, enemy range troop and siege machine defense, 10%, and enemy range troop and siege machine HP debuff of 10%. And then training capacity, 10% for the alliance. Yeah, uh, no one on my server has ever won a historic city there, so I don't know if that's that's going to be really happening for a lot of you guys, but hopefully someone on your server wins it, and you're able to get some of those buffs in your alliance. But yeah, then there's a new super value privilege card, which basically is, if you don't know, there's a few membership cards here that you can get. Most of them are not a particularly good deal, so I wouldn't really recommend getting them. This one they're trying to really push. Basically, it gives you a 15% march speed to monsters buff and a 5% troop attack on monsters buff for a year for 365 days. And you also get to claim these 100 gems, 5 hours of speed ups, 100 gold, and not, none of these things are really that good, but you get to claim that once a day if you want. So uh, that's just something new. It's kind of cheap, but it's also doesn't give you that much. So let's look at the new announcements in 433.2. As I mentioned earlier, you they're reminding you on the Viking that you can now avoid having to go into your event center and click all of those buttons to pop Vikings. So that's super cool. Um, you'll be able to see that again next Monday. But then let's get into kind of the meat of it. Trial of Sphinx. Trial of Sphinx, I don't think is active yet. I think it'll be active tomorrow. And it looks like it's going to be essentially a similar to a world boss kind of thing, where you're going to be able to uh, kill it and receive Source of Life and Blazons. Um, it might also be a boss. I'm not really sure at this point. We'll see when it comes out. But that's kind of cool. We all need the Blazons and Source of Life, so that'll be good. The rewards in Golem chests are being adjusted. They're adding research stones to Golem chests. For most people, this probably doesn't really give you much. If you're really lacking in research stones, I guess this is going to help you a little bit, but you're still gonna. The research stones are best gotten from Vikings. Vikings give you a lot of them, um, and also the the other event bosses like witches and warlocks and stuff like that. So yeah, most people are kind of beyond research stones at this point, but if you're a newer player, you might still need them. So that'll be good. And it basically says that all the golems in your golem chests in your inventory already will convert to this new mode. So if you happen to have a million golem chests from a long time ago, now they will all include research stones. So cool. Especially if you need those research stones. I personally don't. Adjustments to ending time for Battlefield sign up. Basically, they're closing Battlefield sign up 1 hour earlier. So make sure you notice that, particularly for people who try and set the lineup right at the last minute. You have to set it an hour earlier, otherwise you will not be playing in Battlefield. And so I don't want people to miss that and to not be able to play because Battlefield is one of the reasons why I play the game, and I know it's why a lot of people play it because it's one of the fun things that are still going. Quick announcement: they had of course, they released an update, and so then the game went to shit, and people couldn't log in and stuff. So they sent out a mail about it, claiming that it's a network fluctuation. I think that's just an excuse, but whatever. So this is the cool thing. So the Alliance competition, this is a new event, which appears to be only going to be on your own server, and you can have top 100 alliances in a server, which is crazy to me. Like, what server has 100 alliances that are active and have at least 15 members? So, but if you're in a server, you have 15 members in your alliance, and you also have to be K15, I believe, before this will unlock for you. But during the event, you can complete quests with your alliance to get rewards, and then you will personally rank, and your alliance will rank as well. So let's actually go and take a look at it. This is in the event center. They have the kind of blurb up here, but it hasn't opened yet. So it opens, it looks like on Monday. But it looks like uh, I mean, so you can look at the Epic League rewards. They're pretty good. You get some generals and runestones, but basically this is going to say that uh, there's different quests that are either personal quests or alliance quests. You can do personal quests by yourself or alliance quests where you'll work with your alliance to complete the alliance quests. And R4s and R5s can delete alliance quests that have not been taken. And you basically are going to have a set limit of number of quests that you can do per day, it sounds like. And if you take a personal quest, that essentially counts as one of your chances. So you can't take a personal quest and an alliance quest and have that count as one. Each quest that you take, regardless of if it's personal quest or an alliance quest, will count for a quest chance. So uh, there's also different qualities. So I would assume most people should be doing the highest quality chests available quest to be available because that's going to give you the most points. And you also can abandon a quest once you've taken it, but your quest chance will not be returned. So you can't just take a quest, realize you can't do it, return it, and get your chance back. You're just basically forfeiting that quest. Sorry. um, and then a new quest will appear after the previous quest is taken or deleted. And players can get more rewards with higher league rankings and higher scores. And there's five different rankings: novice, junior, elite, legendary, and epic. And there's basically promotion rules and demotion rules where uh, everyone's starting out at the novice league. if you score at least uh, or sorry, if you get scores to reach stage 8 and place in the top 5, your alliance will be promoted. In If you're in the junior league and your alliances start at, or you reach score stage 12 and you place top 5, you'll be promoted. So basically there's just different stages that you have to reach, but then if you're in the top 5 of each league, except for if you're in the legendary league. If you're in the legendary league already, you have to place top 3 to get promoted to the epic league. And then once you're in the epic league, you can only get demoted. You can't get promoted anymore because it's the top one. And then um, Junior League and Elite League will not be demoted. Top 16 to 20 alliances in Legendary League will be demoted by 1 league rank in the next round. Um, no alliance will be demoted if there's less than 16 alliances in the Legendary League. So that's cool. Top 15 to 20 alliances in Epic League will be demoted. So if basically the top 5 will stay. Um, but yeah, if you're lower than that, you might get demoted. I assume most servers will only have 5 alliances that'll be in this Epic League, so it won't be a big deal. But it looks like it's going to take a little bit of time to actually get into the Epic League on your server. So uh, and you can also use gems to purchase extra quest chances. So when this actually launches, we'll see a little bit more information about, okay, what are the actual quests that you can take? Which ones make sense to do? Which ones don't make sense to do? And I'll probably do a video on that. But uh, so this is the novice league. Obviously, everyone starts in the novice league, so you get some not super great rewards, but you do get some nice gems, which is nice. And then these are kind of the scores. So you basically have to unlock the level with your alliance, and then you'll be able to claim those rewards. And then Monarch, there's also Monarch ones. So the the top person overall on your server in the Novice League will get a random legendary or epic general, and then some gems. So that'll be cool. But these are going to scale up as you get to like the epic league. So the epic league, the top person will get a good general, not a good premium general, not just the random stuff, a random general that you can get. And then the second place will get a premium general. So that's all these guys, and they'll give you the chances. So, and then this is just a random. So this is essentially all of them. And then going down on that, there's not there's not too many. Or actually, I guess I was reading that wrong. Everyone who reaches 5,200 points will get this general. So I don't know how hard that's going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be pretty hard because otherwise, everyone's going to get that, and it's not going to be really anything that you're going to be have to work for. But I guess we'll see when this launches. This stays the same. It seems like for everything. But let's look at the Epic League rewards for the Alliance. So this is cool. You get Blood of Ares. Everyone needs that. Source of Lives, Runestone chests, and then gems and research stones. So yeah, I mean these seem like decent rewards for people who only have one big alliance on their server. It seems like this is going to be a pretty nice thing because you're always going to get top one rewards. My server has like 3 or 4 top alliances, so we might have to duke it out a little bit, and we'll see if we actually do end up winning this. But hopefully we do. It does seem like it'll take a little bit to get from the novice league to then you get promoted to junior league, then you get promoted to elite league, legendary, and then finally epic. So it seems like it's going to take a little bit to get to epic league, unfortunately. but once we get there, this will be cool. Yeah, so then the next thing I wanted to talk about was the Diwali celebration. So this is, obviously Diwali, uh, which is, I believe, a Hindu celebration. But uh, correct me if I'm wrong. I've never actually celebrated Diwali, but basically, you're able to collect 10 Diwali diyas, dayas. I don't know how to say that. From gathering resource spots every day. These take a little bit of time to get. You have to. I found that you can get them from lower level tiles, but it seems like level 7 and up will give you them more consistently. So I would recommend doing level 7 and up, and then trying to get those 10 every day because the rewards are actually pretty worth it here. And then you can get up to 20 from monsters every day. So as usual, they cap it. Um, but this is a 12-day event, so you can get 30 free per day. Um, times 12 is 36. And uh, unfortunately, the kind of main prize here is Ashoka. And Ashoka is an awesome general. It's a keep duty general, which gives you range troop attack 20% and enemy group ground troop HP 15% when it's on your keep officer. And then I don't know if any of these actually apply. Okay, yeah, construction speed there, and then again the max one is an extra 20% there for range troop attack and then construction speed. So super good. Menshikov, it basically an upgraded version of Menshikov for PvP players. Menshikov gives you like construction speed. Ashoka gives you uh, PvP buffs, and Ashoka's ascensions are way, way, way better. They're there's a reason why Ashoka is a premium general and Menshikov is a free to play. Menshikov, I will say, is one of the best ascensions that you can have on the kind of the free to play duty generals, but Ashoka is way way better because you get ground troop and mount troop defense and HP by 25%, and when you get to level 7, it's in-city ground troop or in-city troop defense and HP 20% for both of those for all troop types, which is amazing. And then 4 is basically the same thing as number 1. And then 5 is you get in-city range troop attack, in-city ground troop and mount troop defense and HP again. So this is really good for buffing up those important stats like ground troop defense, ground troop HP, mount troop defense, and mount troop HP. For your defense, so that your mounts don't die very easily, and you can survive uh, those archer rallies. So Ashoka is super worth getting, but unfortunately, like I said, you get 36 spins for free because each spin takes 10 of these coupons, these dias, uh, and so basically, you can see I've done the max that I can for 2 days for free. I've opened it 6 times here, and you need to get to 150 times to guarantee getting an Ashoka. So hopefully, people will get Ashoka with like 5 spins, instead of 150. But it's way more likely that it's going to take 150 times to actually get it. So let's look at the rewards. Obviously, the best thing is you can get Ashoka. But there are also a lot of really other really good things here. You can get tactical scrolls, you can get dragon source fragments, source of lives, gold, research stones, resources, fine stones, metals don't really matter, uh, speed ups, monarch XP, general XP. But I mean the quantities are pretty good. Like 60 tax scrolls is really good for a single roll on here. 100 Dragon Source fragments is really good for a roll on here. 150 Source of Lives, that's really good. Uh, I like the gold. 15 million gold for, potentially getting that up to, you know, 3 times a day. So 45 million gold just for spinning this. Of course, I would much rather have Ashoka every time, but that's probably not going to happen. So yeah, it's definitely worth doing this. Uh, it's probably not likely unless you're coining that you're going to actually get Ashoka. And so let's actually look at the package that they're selling for this. So this is 300, which basically gives you 30 spins. So if you double that, that's 60 spins, but you still you're still going to need that multiple times to, I think you need two of those $100 packages doubled down, and you need to maximize yours every single day to have a chance at it, or to for sure get Ashoka. Um, but they also do give you a $99 pack. This is actually, if you're looking just for the Diwali Dias, this is actually a better deal, because if you look at this, this is 10. So basically one spin for $1, and there's some other things here. Um, but this is 300 for 100. So like you're essentially, if you could buy 30 of these, this would be at the same amount of the Diwali Dias as this $999 one. Obviously, you get the Epic Historic General, the premium one, and stuff like that. I'm not saying that this is necessarily worth it, but and I actually don't know if you can buy many of these per day or if it's just limited to one. But if you could essentially buy, enough of these. The one of the problems is that you can't use double down for, you know, let's say like 100 times or something like that. You can only use it for how many that you have, so five. And so uh, this is probably going to ultimately be the better deal. The other aspect of this is that there is actually a redeeming thing. So when you spin, your dias essentially turn into uh, these Diwali points, which then you can exchange for, kind of the similar stuff to normal. I would say not a lot is really worth it in here in terms of the price. Like, I don't think this is a good deal for tactic scrolls. Maybe it's okay for Dragon Source fragments, and maybe it's okay for that, for the treasure box. But I would probably just stick to Blood of Ares at this point. It does take you 60 to get five, which is not super good, but at least it's good. Blood of Ares are super hard to get. These other things, you can get it in other ways a lot easier. So that's kind of where I would recommend doing uh using your points there. So, but yeah, it's kind of it's a cool thing that they're at least allowing people to get have some chance at Ashoka, because I know Ashoka was a premium general that was given out for basically like one event, and then it was super super hard to get him after that event. And I don't have Ashoka. I have a Menshikov, and I've been ascending my Menshikov, so I hope I get an Ashoka, but at this point, I don't even know if it's going to be better for me if I only have one copy. But if I can get two copies somehow, it'll be great, because then I can ascend it, and it'll be way better than my Menshikov. So, and it is kind of worth having both, because Menshikov is still going to be better as a construction general, at least until you can get up to, you know, if you unlock that, you get a little bit closer. but at least until you get up to the kind of third ascension there, where it really bumps up that in city construction speed. But yeah, that's basically what I have for you guys today. Just a bunch of updates. I'll try and get back on some of the other videos that people have been requesting lately, but I just thought that you guys would want to see me kind of talk through some of the new updates, and particularly that alliance competition, because that looks like it's going to be interesting. It looks like it's so it's probably going to be a little bit more of a coining competition as usual, because that's just the way of Evany. But hopefully it's at least manageable, and you can get some good rewards in it without having to do too much. Um, but yeah, thanks for watching. As usual, please like and subscribe. Helps me out a ton. I'm still really trying to hit some subscriber goals. So if you haven't subscribed and you do really enjoy my videos, please do, so that you can be notified when I put out new content. Thanks, and have a good rest of your day.